Hey, K Nation. Happy Sunday. So typically, I am sitting in my living room posting our conversation for the week. However, I was so inspired by my scenery. Ooh, lovely scenery. That I thought it was perfect timing for me to post the topic for this week. So, thinking of perfect timing, what am I going to talk about regarding relationships this week? I'm talking about time. I am in an area where I live where there's a lake behind me. Lake is super still because it's freezing cold, and trees and people are walking and talking, but ideally it's super quiet over here. And as I was thinking about time and the stillness of the lake, and the water is a little bit frozen over. I just thought time is so invaluable, and it made me think about time in relationship to relationships. Very often I hear friends and folks that I counsel or talk to speak about the commitment and the time that they've invested in a relationship as an indicator or a decision maker as to why they stay or why they go in a relationship. So I've had folks like, oh, I've invested 10 years or I've invested this much time and I'm older. Will I have enough time to find someone new? Or think about the time, and this is taking so much time, and time and time and time and time and time and time again. Time has been an excuse for the inevitable. And so, Nation, I want to encourage you this week to really think about whether or not you're making a decision about your relationship and the relationship that you're in because you feel like you've lost time, or you feel like you can't get that time back, but you're sitting in a relationship that is starving you, stifling you, strangling you, that's not good for you on account of fear of losing out on the time you've invested. Now, I'm not saying that it's not okay to appreciate that time. It's absolutely essential and important. However, the time invested should not be a decision-making point or a decision-making factor regarding the longevity of your happiness and the healthiness of a relationship. So reflect this week on whether or not you're really staying in a situation because it's the right thing for you, or whether you're staying in the situation because either time has frozen for you and you're afraid that if you move on that you'll lose something. There's a greater risk of you losing more of yourself, more of your time, if you stay in something that you know inevitably is not going to work, or you stay in something that will be unhealthy for you day in and day out. That time you can't get back. That time you cannot renew. Time is one of the most valuable assets we have on this earth, and you cannot waste any second, any minute, any hour of your precious time, your precious love, your precious energy on something that you know is not going to be good for you, or waiting for someone to change, or waiting for some thing to fall out of the sky and change your circumstances. Now, I'm not saying that circumstances cannot change and people do not change. They do, and we'll talk about that in another post. But if you're someone that's just sitting there worried about whether or not you've invested so much time in a situation, though you're unhappy in it, though you know it's probably not good for you, your partner is not a supportive partner, your partner may be not kind or abusive, whatever it is, don't let time hold you back from time. Because the longer you stay in something that is not valuable to you and wasting time, the more time you lose on that thing that is meant for you. And so as the sun starts to set in the background, which takes some time, it's kind of beautiful to witness and watch. Just remember, you've got more time than you think. And when you start over, if you need to start over, it's best to start over in a healthy situation with a clean slate, where the only thing that really matters is love, kindness, and happiness, not time. So that is this week's post, brought to you live from the trees and the lake behind me. And this is K Nation, where the nation always comes first. Take your time watching this. Subscribe, like below, and send me a message and let me know how you guys are doing. Happy week.